It'll be tough to forget this evening. How about your surroundings here at Valcour Bay? And hopefully we'll have a memorable fight as well. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd O.
And it's Nigel the Dark Destroyer Ben. And when you talk about legendary fighters from England, this man has to be on the list. Roy Jones.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from London, England.
How will these two fighters handle the outdoors? We're fighting under the sun here for this big showdown.
All right, listen, when you've got two people that want to fight, two fighters that really dislike each other, you're going to get more than a fight.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. Clean left jab. Nice counter shot. No rest for the weary. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. He threw a punch and just got countered. It is a sunny and hot day, and no, we're not inside. No air conditioning or air con, as they say in the UK.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything. You've got the breeze of the wind, you've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire. They're on fire in the ring.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. A perfect counter lands. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Just stay focused.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. Counter punch. This slugger isn't interested in winning rounds. He just wants to win the fight. And he's not going to do it on the scorecard, Johnny. He needs a KO.
They've got to be very wary. If you're in with a slugger, they will fight all night for fun. They'll stay in your face. They are naturally tough and strong and aggressive.
That counter shot lands. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Both men step back for just a moment. Perfect counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough. There's the bell for round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
They block the jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Back and forth they go. Beautiful counter punch. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Throws the jab, but does not score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about getting that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Needs a knockout with that.
Here we go to the 4th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They exchange punches. Punch, counter punch. No rest for the weary. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Catch and shoot. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
These two were made for each other. That jab won't score. That counter punch caught him clean. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ben in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Back into the fray here in round 5. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Do you believe what we're seeing? What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've gone in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you.
Let's start the sixth. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to fight it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
How about that time counter shot? Just missed with that hook. Fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Straight right just misses. And he just missed with that left jab. Nice counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is in...
Here we go. It's round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They better start. Did you see that? And that will do it. What a victory. They knew it when they opened. The perfect body shot, and no one's standing up to that. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
Knockout victory? That is, God, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout, that's an assassination. What a shot.